Greetings, Aries. Greetings, welcome. This is Ron from Terror of the Twin Sun. I am your reader, and I shall be opening a mirror for you, a great mirror. This is a reading based on situations for Aries that may be dealing with potential others, lovers, friends, associates, your dog. These are all potential others. Take what you will. And this is a 9-card spread I'll be expanding using 2 other decks from the Aegis as well as my 1890 deck here. It's a beautiful deck from Paris, France. Um, yeah, so this is a mid-March reading, situationship reading, love reading, and I'll be showing the energies of you, someone else, and the mirror between you two, the great mirror reading, and we'll be starting off in double quick time. Yep. Do you know that your season is coming up, so there will be a lot of activity in your first house if you are an Aries ascendant. There will be a lot of drive and momentum, and we're coming upon the spring equinox as well. Oh, yeah. So, we'll be clearing the energy of the deck. This is my lucky 77 deck, the No Borders, No Prisoners deck for Aries. Okay. I'll do for you a small portal. Okay. So, there is a potential for you to be aware of very deep things since the season of Pisces. A great secret has been whispered to you, and you have heard from a guide who, through their silence, you have learned a great deal of things about the nature of romance, the nature of tribulation in romance, where pain is from, where it is truly from. And you have gone through memory as well as a great learning of the mind and the spirit to find within and to see how certain actions have created a collection of knowledge, and this knowledge is indicative of a great cycle of pain that you finally released. There's something that is numbing to this. There's something in which you may have finally figured out the reason and the dynamic behind cycles of pain of the heart that have been created through your mind. This secret looks to the inequality in a situation that you have once left. There is an emotional detachment that you have once left, and this has caused an imbalance in your health as well as in working cooperatively with others, especially friends. There has been a great deal of ambition for you to move on from something that was unfulfilling in terms of emotions. And so when moving forth, you actually, you had some sort of thing go on with the fire in your belly, the digestion of thoughts, the digestion of emotions was kind of blocked, creating a very stagnant capacity for you to manifest. Okay, so this has to do with you, perhaps trying to make communication with someone who had this. If someone has moved away from you and your situation, they have felt very much imbalanced on the level of health as well as the level of finding stability or equality. Theirs was of an ambition, but they weren't able to digest or to process a great deal of things that they were manifesting, okay? And you saw this, and maybe there's a need to make some sort of communication with this person. When it comes to this communication, it has to do with the expectations of the Three of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Something here about the need to harmonize, to harmonize. But this person moved on to somewhere else and potentially to another project, another project of love, to bring the fire there. But there's something about their intention that was a bit difficult, and they're very hesitant to making communication with you currently in the month of mid-March. There's something about their love style that is based on options, as well as not facing the sort of fulfillment within those options. They are an empty person or an empty shell of themselves since they have left the equation. Also, there is the possibility that this feeling of abandonment, this feeling of isolation may be transcending. And what is lifted since Pisces season is this this knowedness, or this understanding that there is, through all this emotional detachment, there is essentially a type of numbness, but also a very sincere approach towards what happiness really is for one or the other person within this equation. Yeah. So I think you bring this person, yes, a sense of communication, or perhaps the need to commerce with them in some way, in order to perhaps finish something, or perhaps to find a sense of peace through fighting. There's a really strong indication here that this person may have wronged you in some way in trying to make in trying to make a new path without you. And there's something about this portal that exists between you two that is still somewhat reserved. It's still somewhat open. It hasn't closed fully. So the motivation is to essentially talk at first. And there's something that you've learned very deeply that has to do with the secret truth about this connection, about its potential to make both of you, but especially you, happy in a certain way. You must be careful because there's a great purge. There's a great purge occurring that may occur. It may come as a stark realization that the love that has been revisited here, especially if through conversation, the love will be sacrificed in the equation. So you have to be very careful. Perhaps it's for closure. Perhaps you need to speak with this person for closure. That's what I would suggest. Right. Oh, wow. And the moon just popped up. Very, very profound. There is a lot of emotions inside of you, my dear Aries, that have to do with secrets. And these emotions are known by you, but they have a secret sort of dimension to them. So it's important these come to light and you find the truth on an intuitive level of what it is that you may expect or not expect from this connection. Please clear your mind. I am now opening up the great mirror for you and the energy of the person you have in mind. Alright, this deck is ready. We have here La Prudence. This is the card of sacrifice as well as the card of the Hanged Man. Happy Women's Day. This is a woman. and she is a very particular woman in that she has the prudence to carry with her the caduceus, which is the symbol of health as well as prosperity, as well as regeneration. And caduceus is it's a symbol that is used very much in the arts of pharmaceuticals, as well as alchemy, as well as the health services of the modern day. And there's a snake at this person's feet, and she is somewhat tempting the snake to bite because she can regenerate anyways. Um, the indication here with the hanged man or hanged woman in this case is that she is tempting the energies of toxicity to strike her because she can take it. There's something about the emotional realizations that occur from this situation that are very compelling, my dear Aries, and there's something about the nature of this cycle with this person that has to do with toxicity as well as tempting it in order to find the antidote. It's always through the balance of the equation. You can always find the antithesis of a synthesized venom in order to find a remedy. Okay? Take what you will. This is the 9 card spread between you and this person. This is your energy here. This is theirs. And this is the energy between you two. The 5 of Pentacles showed up twice for you. Very strong 5 of Pentacles in that it indicates here a release of a feeling of abandonment. Somehow there is a type of recalibration, an equilibrium that comes from this particular 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Also, we have here on each fifth of Pentacle, there is the energy of Mars. Let's start with the magical realm here. And this is the mirror position. This is yours. This is theirs. And it's reflective. So this is how they perceive you. This is how you perceive them. And this is the mirror between you two. This is how what and all should be occurring, sort of thing. This is like, it's reflexive, very reflexive, this position. And in the middle position, there is the manifestation level. This is the level of, essentially, the magical realm, what you guys are trying to co-create together and bring into reality. We'll start here. So within the magical realm, we have, firstly, the 5 of Pentacles. And for a clarifier, we have the 7 of Pentacles, as well as the King of Hearts. And the King of Hearts comes up twice here. Here and here. There is a great love here that this person has for you. They want to express love, but they want to reject it at the same time. Somehow, also, the love that they offer somewhere else is being rejected in a certain way or has become toxic if they're dealing with a third party. You are here and you want to bring justice into the equation here. Justice is a very powerful card. It's a card of your 7th house if you're an Aries ascendant. And it has to do with the great equilibrium, the great karma that should be being affected between you two. And this is what you're searching for. Why is justice here? Yeah, 5 of Swords. Why is justice here? And the 2 of Cups. You feel that you may be fighting with this person. The 5 of Swords comes up again, and it came up in your pre-read as well. There is a quarrel or reckoning to be had with words, verbal words that should provide some form of justice. This has been repressed in a certain way within the situation because there still is the energy of a soul tie here with the 2 of Cups. There still is a strong connection that is based on the energy of love. Between you two, there is the Five of Pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Cups. There's a sense of unfinished business in which the connection you had with this person, there was a need to ground something and to make something of it, to see what comes of fruition. And there's unfinished business here, a feeling of unfinished business with this King of Cups. Now, this King of Cups is quite particular because they tend to be very guarded with their emotions, and somehow they have a lot of them, emotions, but then they're not really privy to expressing those emotions very well, especially to you in a certain way. Therefore, there's an element of toxicity to this king. He is one who fails at expressing, therefore causes stagnation for the both of you. And it's terrible because they're supposed to be empowered, yet they are not. And they don't water the ground of your relationship. The garden of your relationship is somewhat barren here. And after coming out of the desert that exists between you two, which you both want, there is a need to find healing. But why is the King of Cups in the reverse? Why? That's a lot. I'm going to take two of them and see the third element. Okay. There was a rejection of sorts with the Four of Cups energy. A rejection when it came to the finding the truth about a cycle of pain that occurred between you two. There was a lot of verbal miscommunication for one thing, a need to reestablish the truth in a situation, a need for communication. These are all elements about this silent King of Cups who does not want to face you. That's what I think justice is coming, though. They don't want to face the karma. They don't want to they don't want to face the piper. Please give me a second. I gotta take out my sweater. Sorry about that. Yeah, so once again, there's a melody that is coming up to a crescendo here, and they know that they have to face the music when it comes to your connection. Something about a great folly and a great toxicity that this person had that is to blame. And it's strange because they still want this about this. They want to offer their cup somewhere else very secretly. They also want to not face you when it comes to their emotions. But here you are waiting for just dues, the comeuppance, you know? There is a mutual feeling for release. Both of you want to release this feeling of abandonment. Abandonment issues are strong here. They're very strong, and there's a potential you're dealing with someone that on the lines of empathy, they carry a bit more of the narcissist complexion. I'm not saying that they have a disorder, but they have the tendency to avoid or perhaps not really face up to certain feelings of abandonment and certain feelings of acceptance that that this person is totally capable of winning your heart over, but there's something about the blockage and the stagnation about them that is really unappealing, and therefore you have your guard up. And not only that, you're standing in the right, and the universe or the higher power has your back when it comes to this situation. But still, there's a need to find a sense of order, a sense of equilibrium here that is very much on the cards. And even if it's order, like there needs to be some form of reconciliation. That's what I see. However, consciously, there is some very interesting discrepancies that we are going to discuss now. We've just focused on the magical level, the level of intent, the subconscious here. We're moving to the conscious level. On their end, they have judgment. They are reviewing the situation, and it's especially during retrograde season, it's really come to them that there are some deep realizations about what they have, some shadows that may have tried to resurface that they've been repressing in a certain way. Perhaps there's an emotional shadow that is very deep and very complex with this person. I see Scorpio here strongly. As well, there is a feeling that nothing is reparable here with this person. And you see them personally, Aries. I think you may perhaps see them as someone who cannot be brought back into the equation of your love. There's something here that is suggestive of a complete fallout that cannot be brought back because of clear judgments, because of the clarity of the situation. Um, and in a way, you've buried them, and twice over, you would bury them again if they came back, something like that. You have to be careful of this energy because the Seven of Pentacles did show up with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. If you truly want closure, I think it's possible, but why is Judgment here? This person is having a bit of an awakening when it comes to why they've been very challenging to this situation. Um, yeah, definitely. And they've been trying to wait it out or perhaps to take their time adding to the stagnation, but they still have a great deal of passion for this connection, even though they may feel a bit burned. And perhaps there's the indication here that the Three of Swords also showed up in the past, and they were very much healing up from that energy of feeling hurt or feeling hurt from the type of abandonment that they may have overtly created in some way, shape, or form. If you did walk away from them, they definitely were completely ruined by it, and the walls were set up, and that's why there's a block here with the Seven of Rods energy. On your end, we have the card of Foe, and it is the card of the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Can you see that? Yeah, Two of Swords in the reverse. Okay. This is a clear indication of a choice that had to be made. There was a lot of indecision at one point, but now there is the possibility with the Two of Swords using that scissor and cutting off completely something that no longer sort of puzzles you. There's some clarity here. There's some clarity here. Why is the Two of Swords here? It's clarity of the mind, most especially because you have justice with the sword equipped here. There is something about your energy that is very clear and reasonable right now in the month of mid-March. All right. All right. Right, there it is again. So, double confirmation. Both of you had the Three of Rods at one point, and they were supposed to unite to victory. This Three of Rods energy usually unites to victory. It creates circumstances of complete harmony, as well as a sense of victory overall. Now, it's here again on your side, and there was clarity within this aspect of judgment that the Three of Rods wanted to come out again, along with the Six of Swords. There's a split because you're trying to find peace of mind, as well as to avoid very toxic emotions that this person is causing you. However, at the same time, there is the need for a period of waiting, and still both of you have this like desire to reach the Four of Rods energy, which is the 1111, the great camaraderie, the great family that both of you are searching for, the passions of lineage as well as potentiality, legacy, right? And that's what's caused the hesitation. But now there's a period of impatience and a need to find very calm and still states of mind to move away from them in a certain way, to close a certain thing. There is healing though. between you two, a type of reconciliation is happening regardless if you guys are in communication or not, because the energy of Sagittarius is here, and not only that, there's a great alchemy that is occurring with the Two of Cups energy, if you can see that. One second. The great alchemy. So this is all about converting the Two of Cups energy, the energy of love, into something new. From two comes one element. So this is the card of reconciliation, at least according to my reading. And not only that, it's the card of patience as well as healing and regeneration through the alchemy of higher love, of transcendental love, as opposed to romantic love. There's something here about the spiritual resonance between you two that is creating something very beautiful. And if there is a severance and there is no like reconciliation here on their end, it's going to happen anyways through the spirit realm, through the fifth dimension. Yes, the burden will be laid down, and there's also a potential for a new passion to be given. We have here 11 rods, very strong fire energy, very strong. This connection is currently being healed through the energy of fire. So if you have any objects and you want to find closure, there are ways of using fire rituals to actually help you purify um, the toxicity within the situation. Um, Also, like say like you have letters that you've written or they've written. If you guys have a burning ceremony of these, there's a possibility to lift up the blocks that exist between the relationship. Also, to find closure. Also, there also is a feeling that you might want to burn this person in some way, not literally, of course. Please don't do that. But I'm talking about the type of burn that involves some sort of, say, verbalism in order to get a last word out before closing the portal or something. Um, on the soul level here, between you two, there's the Seven of Cups in reverse, and there also is the King of Swords in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. There's something about loneliness here in the sea of options. Loneliness in the sea of options that has to do with you finding and looking for stability in a relationship that really matters. You've tried on a soul level to find other projects and to find other lovers, but it came of no avail. And now you're coming to the age in which you have matured enough emotionally and emotionally intelligently to find something that works for you. And this person, they have a tendency to not share their emotions and a tendency to lie in very stark ways. There's an abusive energy here that is through narcissistic behaviors, very, very carefully crafted words, as well as holding back a great reservoir of emotion until stagnation and a toxic quality emerges here. This person may lie on a deep level, and their connection with you might be artificial. You projected onto them something that has to do with this emotional need, but their emotional neediness causes them to withhold love as well as to withhold truth from you. And in this action, there is either a balance or an imbalance in the way they are communicating in general. Now, on your side, there is the Seven of Cups in reverse, as well as the King of Pentacles. You're looking for a stable commitment, but you're looking in the wrong place, or something like that. You're looking to the past, especially, and the past is here. This person is very karmic for you. They're teaching you a lesson, and in a way, through their cruelty, they're teaching you a lesson about how to move towards a Ten of Pentacles. Here, the Nine of Pentacles shows the North Node, as well as the desire to create some sort of stable harmony between each other, as well as find two nines. We have the Nine of Cups as well as the Nine of Pentacles. There is something to the teamwork that you guys do, like in the dance you guys do, in the work you guys do in this life, there's a feeling of individuality that emerges from both of you, and you guys are both learning from this connection to see what really makes you stable, or to see what you really need or desire to be fulfilled in terms of an emotional love dynamic. Also, there's instability here with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse on the soul level. So both of you make each other feel a bit unstable. But it's strange because through this connection, you find clarity, and you find deep clarity about what makes you feel fulfilled, as well as your intuition is spot on. It's awakened through this person, as well as your sense of justice is awakened through this person. You find equilibrium, even if they withhold from you, or they lie to you, or manipulate you in a certain way. Okay? That is what I'm seeing. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. Again, focus on that choice you have to make, and you're making it now. It has to do with cutting out a certain thing so that you can move on with a peace of mind. And I think you're cutting out this person's energy for stagnation. They are constantly expecting you to bring them a new passionate cycle, something like that. And when that occurs, there is the continuing of that cycle until there's a burnout, and then after that they want to start again. This person's very passionate, but their emotions are really held back, and they tend to manipulate in terms of lies and deceit. And that is what I'm seeing. I wish you the very best of luck, my dear Aries, for mid-March. Please like, share, and subscribe. I thank you. And please take care of yourself, and remember that the power is within you to find purgation and to find the antithesis to all that makes this world, this existence, poison or toxic for you. And remember, you have a great intuitive wealth right now, a great knowing. Your emotional intelligence is peaked, and you have clarity. So please use that clarity to find the proper justice and to find the good karma within this, in order to find the dharma, the right action to move forward. Thank you, my dear, and I shall see you in April. Please like, share, and subscribe, and thank you very much, Aries. Ciao. Bye-bye.